this video, I'm going to explain how to play the honkyoku Michi no ryouiki, which is a little honkyoku I composed to make your transition from playing folk songs into playing honkyoku easier. Hi, I am Marcus and I play the shakuhachi. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the first simple honkyoku Michi no ryouiki, which is a honkyoku that is not really a honkyoku because I made this one myself, so it's not a traditional piece. But I always find that when I start to teach honkyoku that some people have big difficulties transitioning from the children's songs and folk songs that we usually start with into playing honkyoku, because there is a lot of new stuff and a lot of new techniques, a different feel to the music that you all have to come to grips with when you start playing honkyoku. So I took some of the core elements of playing honkyoku and I put them together in a short piece, and I'm going to show you how to play this piece in this video. And I hope this will make it easier for you to start your journey into this uncharted territory of playing honkyoku. As always, I made a play-along video, which you can find on this channel as well. And I made also the sheet notation available on Patreon, so if you subscribe there for free, as always, you can get this notation there. In this video, I'm going to talk about all the techniques, but it's also very important just getting into the groove of things and just playing along to the piece. Okay, so use this play along video. Okay, the piece starts simply tsure, tsure. So, straightforward, but take care that you here actually place the emphasis on the tsu, not on the re. If you come from Western music, it's very easy to emphasize the re, the second note. So we're very much used to playing. Okay, but honkyoku, the lower note, is the emphasized note. So oh, and by the way, I picked up my old shakuhachi. This is the first shakuhachi I got, so I thought maybe it gets me a bit into more of a beginner's mindset. It does not really do it, but I used this flute anyway. So this is the flute that I used when I started playing shakuhachi. Never mind, just a little tidbit on the side. So the second phrase is very similar to the first one. Here we have the first Kamuri. In the notation, this is this little tilde-like sign. And if you want to know all about Kamuri, I made a video on special techniques on Kamuri. You can find this on my channel, which is linked here. Kamuri is a slide down and a slide up. So from the re, okay, this is the movement in slow motion. Here it is very important that you get low enough. So you need to get to the tsu pitch or re dai-meri pitch in the sliding movement. Okay, you need to match the tsu pitch here. So you slide down and you slide up, but the downward slide is quicker than the upward slide generally in honkyoku in the Kamuri. So yeah, play it more like that. The next line starts with u. It's this fingering. It's half a step above re. So this next line. For u, it is important that you play lower than the equivalent Western pitch. Okay, so half a step above re, which is G, Western G, would be A flat or G sharp. Okay, but u is flatter than the equivalent Western pitch. So if I play Western pitches, but the u is lower. There is no exact definition of what this pitch really is. So listen to people playing this and then imitate, okay, so that you get a feeling for this pitch. Or if you know a precise definition of these pitches, please leave me a comment. I've not come across one so far, but I'm always eager to learn, of course. So you start with u, this phrase starts with u, then the line goes down and it goes to the left. In the KSK notation, this means from this position you go to meri. So we're at u. So this means going to meri means we play u dai-meri. So Here again we're at re pitch. So again, take care that you match the pitch of the re for the u dai-meri, or maybe you know it as circle u. Okay, so this is the same as circle u. The bar goes to the left, then it goes to the right, left, right. Okay, the way it's usually written is you have two long lines and then left, right, left, right, left, right. But what actually happens, each note gets a bit shorter. Okay, so don't play like this. So this is the wrong timing. Play so there's a gradual acceleration here. Then the next phrase starts with a Kamuri sign. Kamuri and then re. Here we are actually not playing a Kamuri, but we're playing re dai-meri. Same as we had in the Kamuri in the second phrase, okay? But here we're not sliding up. We're just playing re dai-meri re, or circle re. Yeah, I could also have written circle re. Sometimes this is done as well, but here I wrote the Kamuri re. It's a KSK convention. I haven't thought of that, so I'm just imitating what I know from the notation. Okay, so, but this means, yeah, play re, dai-meri, re. Then the next two phrases are pretty straightforward. So this last phrase starts with ro dai-meri. Ro dai-meri is one whole step below ro, so it is the same pitch as re. Re is one octave higher, of course, but it is otherwise the same pitch. Okay, this corresponds to a Western C, so play C pitch here. Also important, play this note quietly. If you try to play this note loudly, the pitch will be too high. This is the correct pitch. If I start to play louder, you noticed I've not been changing my playing position, but the pitch rose when I played louder. Okay, so play quietly so that you get the right pitch for the ro dai-meri here. Next phrase. This starts with tsu-meri. The KSK convention for writing tsu-meri is writing the tsu as normal, but then we don't write the little me on the side as is traditional in kinko notation, but here we write tsu and then a little stroke through the tsu. This means tsu-meri. Again, tsu-meri is one of the notes you have to play quietly, exactly as for the ro dai-meri. These low meri notes, if you try to play them loudly, the pitch will be too high. So same thing as we had for the u. So we have this bar going down, the line going down. Then when the bar goes to the left, this means play meri. So here we go from tsu-meri to dai-meri. This is the same as ro pitch. Okay, so match the pitch for ro when you play the tsu dai-meri. Again, for the timing, for the acceleration, the same is true here as what I said for the u. Yeah, so da 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 da, this kind of rhythm. Yeah, accelerate slowly, gradually, and then at the very end, the chi. Don't play the chi as a full note, so don't play. But basically, when you're at the end of the breath, just lift the finger from the third hole. If you can hear the chi, good. If you cannot hear the chi, also good. It doesn't really matter. Okay, but don't make the chi strong. And in the final phrase, it's ro dai-meri, ro dai-meri, ro. So here again, be careful to play the correct pitch for the ro dai-meri, the same one that we had earlier in the piece. And that's already it. That's your first honkyoku. I hope this video, this piece, the play along video, the notation, this is all helpful for you. And if you would like more content of this kind, the best way to do this is to go to my Patreon page. As I already said, you can subscribe for free. You can also subscribe as a paid member, which of course would be even nicer and goes a long way in supporting my efforts and making it possible for me to produce more material of this kind. I put up somewhere, depends on where my head is, my supporters on Patreon, which I don't always mention explicitly, but everybody who supports me there, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.